A man was urinating in the forest when he noticed that in a deserted area, a beautiful girl was sleeping inside a car. Seeing her body, the man's intentions turned bad, and without thinking, he tried to open the car door, but he didn't know that it was locked from the inside. Meanwhile, the girl woke up. When she saw the man staring at her suspiciously from outside, she angrily shouted and told him to leave, but it had no effect on him. Instead, he tried to persuade her to open the door. However, the girl was not weak. She did not trust him at all. When she didn't fall into his trap, the man revealed his true intentions. Frightened, the girl started honking the car horn to scare him away, but in the deserted area, the loud and sharp sound of the horn only made the man angrier. Fortunately, the horn caught the attention of a bearded man nearby who came over. The girl thought someone had arrived to help her, but her hopes were shattered when she realized the bearded man was the first man's accomplice. Before she could understand anything, the bearded man pulled out a hunting rifle and aimed it at her, threatening her to quietly open the car door. Terrified by the horrifying situation, the girl had no choice but to surrender. She had never seen such cruelty before. Out of fear, she even lost control of herself. When she felt there was no hope left, she didn't know that her father had also heard the horn from a distance. He handed his younger son to his wife and ran toward his daughter. But he wasn't prepared. As soon as he arrived, the two men knocked him unconscious. Worried about her family, the mother returned to the camp, hid her son inside the tent, and went forward to save her husband and daughter. Seeing this, the girl tried to run, but the bearded man fired a shot in the air and threatened that if she tried to escape again, he would kill her parents. Helpless, she surrendered. Soon, the criminals tightly tied up the entire family and tortured them brutally. Afterward, they checked the girl's phone gallery and found out that the couple had a young son. They weren't worried because they had already guessed the boy was hiding somewhere in the camp. They decided that once they came down from the mountain, they would kill him too. The criminals made the husband and wife sit under a large tree. Before they could understand what was happening, one of the criminals placed a soda can on the husband's head. He then walked hundreds of meters away, aimed his rifle at the can, clearly wanting to practice shooting. Before he could fire, the frightened husband dropped the can from his head. Enraged, the bearded criminal kicked him hard and placed the can back again. But when he aimed again, the can fell once more. Furious, he pointed the gun directly at the husband's head. Watching her husband about to be killed, the wife broke down and struggled, but it was useless. The criminal slapped her unconscious. Then a soda can was placed on her head, and it was the bearded man's turn to practice. His aim was poor, and his shots missed by 30 centimeters. His accomplice mocked him. Feeling insulted, the other man shot the woman in the chest. When they were sure both husband and wife were dead, they went to the unconscious girl and shot her as well to eliminate evidence. Proudly, they left the crime scene. When they reached the family's tent, they saw the little boy wasn't there. The boy had woken up, didn't see his mother, and wandered outside looking for her. Lost in the mountains, he cried while searching for his family, unaware that his parents and sister had already been killed. Meanwhile, the criminals were searching for him, too. Just as the exhausted boy was about to collapse, he saw a tourist ahead. He wanted help, but Lisa didn't know the boy was behind her. She had come camping with her boyfriend, Nick. Their car tire had punctured. When Nick went behind to relieve himself, he found the unconscious boy on the ground. Fortunately, Nick was a doctor. After checking him, he realized the boy had only fainted from exhaustion. However, finding a stray boy in such a deserted place felt strange. They searched the forest for the boy's parents, but found no one. The boy remained unconscious. They decided to take him to the hospital, but their tire was punctured and there was no mobile signal. Suddenly, a small car approached. Thinking it was a local resident, they asked for help, but they didn't know it was one of the murderers. When he saw the boy, he realized it was the same child they were looking for. To hide his crime, he lied and said he had seen the family the previous day and guessed a wild animal might have attacked them. He convinced Nick to come with him up the mountain to check. Lisa stayed behind to care for the boy while Nick went with the criminal.
Meanwhile, the second criminal arrived near Lisa. She thought he was just another local. Up the mountain, Nick was taken to the exact place of the murders. When he saw the 3 bodies, he rushed to check them and was shocked to find the mother still barely breathing. Excited, he began first aid, but the criminal behind him decided to kill him to erase evidence. Nick sensed danger, pushed the criminal, and ran into the forest. A gunshot was fired, but Nick hid. Lisa heard the gunshot from below. The bearded criminal sensed trouble and went to get his gun. Lisa hid in the car, but he broke the window. In desperation, she stabbed his hand with a knife and ran into the forest with the child. The bearded man released his hunting dog to chase them, but the dog got distracted by a dead wild boar. The bearded man searched alone. Meanwhile, the 2 criminals accidentally shot each other during the chaos. Nick grabbed the dropped rifle. Suddenly, the baby cried. The criminal caught up to Lisa and violently threw the child to the ground, silencing him. Lisa was devastated. To lure Nick out, the criminal hung Lisa from a tree. When Nick didn't appear, he planned further cruelty. But Nick had secretly stolen the car keys and tried to escape. The criminal tied Lisa with a rope and chased Nick. Lisa noticed the boy was gone. Nick had taken him to get help. Panicking, the criminal forced Lisa to drive. She suddenly turned the steering wheel, crashing the car into a tree.